Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm here with my friend Josh, and we're going to ask him some questions about his experience training with us here at Cooperstown CrossFit. So, Josh, what is the one thing you would want somebody to know about us, someone who doesn't know anything about CrossFit?
If you didn't know anything about CrossFit, or specifically here, I would say that it's not this huge, intimidating process.
Yep.
Everybody's fearful of what CrossFit's about. You have to be in phenomenal shape to start. That is absolutely not the truth.
Cool. I like it. So, Josh, what's your name? How old are you? What's your career?
Well, I'm Josh Ruminap. I'm 31 years old. I'm a firefighter here in the city of Oneonta. I'm also a high school baseball coach, varsity level.
Right on. How long have you been a firefighter?
I started being a firefighter 2007.
Awesome.
My senior year of college, I started.
That's fantastic. Very cool.
Yep.
It's a nice gig.
It's fun. It's different every day. You never know what you're going to get.
Exactly. Kind of like CrossFit.
True story. Very true.
So where'd you grow up?
I grew up here, Oneonta. I was born in the lower deck in the 6th Ward, Park Avenue, and lived in various spots here. Went away for college for a couple of years. Other than that, Oneonta, born and raised.
Right on, man. Sweet. What's your athletic background?
I started doing sports, Oneonta Boys and Girls Club when I was a little kid. Little League, youth soccer, Pee Wee football. In high school, I got to where I did varsity football and baseball, and then I went to college and I played college baseball. Did some track a little bit when I was younger, did some wrestling. So I jumped around.
Yeah. So how was your baseball career? Was that like the best sport you were in?
No, it wasn't.
What was your favorite sport?
Baseball, definitely my favorite sport, but probably not my correct path. But you follow your love, your passion.
Yeah.
It's definitely the greatest game.
Nice. I love it. So how long have you been doing CrossFit?
My wife and I started CrossFit in September of 2015, I believe.
So about a year and a quarter?
Yep, a little over a year and a half, something
Awesome.
like that.
And why did you decide to try CrossFit?
I would say we were done with that day-to-day gym grind. Going to the gym, working on your own stuff over and over, that routine of, hey, today's leg day, don't really feel like doing legs, I'm going to do something different, not really being productive. Obviously, take care of yourself and mentally getting up every day, going to a gym, having your own program, following up with a working a shift, and then going back to work. That just wasn't working for me. Being prepared for my day-to-day operations, staying healthy, I just needed something different.
Sure. You just want to try something different.
Yeah, certainly got that. Certainly got that.
Were there any concerns or fears when you were trying to make a decision on whether to join or not?
Like I said before, with the aspect of thinking I wasn't in good enough shape to start CrossFit, that was certainly a concern. Didn't know if the weightlifting and I would get along, the Olympic weightlifting, something that I rarely even thought about, let alone actually going out and doing. I was definitely concerned about that, but that's something you just have to swallow and accept it as something new.
Yep.
If you can try it out, you try it out, see where you go.
Yep. Cool, man. When did you first notice an improvement, whether it was in your training, your body composition, your performance at work? Like, what was the first thing after you started doing CrossFit?
Within the first month, the pull-ups blew me away. Something I was never really good at. You know, I'm not a massive man. I'm not a big guy, but still, pull-ups I think is the hardest body weight movement that you can do in the gym. If I could do 3 or 4, that was great. Within a month, I was double-digit pull-ups. I was, working on the kip, trying to get into that. I would say, as far as in the gym, in the box, that was a big difference for me. But as far as work went, my back and my legs, carrying things, large people up and down stairs, or in movements where I wasn't expected to be able to do that, or I was certainly pulling my own weight plus some after that. Those were the 2 biggest things right off the bat that I noticed after CrossFit. I was very supportive of that.
That's awesome. What were your goals when you started?
Well, I wanted to get, I wouldn't say leaner. I wanted to get bigger and have a little more mass to me, but I didn't want to become bulky. I still wanted to have range of motion. I still wanted to have flexibility. I didn't want to get slow. I didn't know how CrossFit would do with weight training and cardio. I didn't want to lose my ability to run for miles and miles, plus play basketball and recuperate from that, but I did want to get stronger.
Sure.
So I guess speed, agility, movement, your range of motion, flexibility, those things were all important to me. I wanted to gain in all of that.
Sure.
I didn't want to lose anything.
So take your athleticism, just go to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that time's going to get me at some point. You know, it's working against me every year. I get older and older. I'm not as quick as I used to be. I can't jump as high as I used to be able to. But I didn't want to increase that process. I wanted to slow that process down and be able to, you know, still play like I was 18, even though I can't play like I'm 18. I wanted to be able to keep that.
Yep. Very cool. And so did you meet those goals? Have you gone past those goals?
I would say keeping some sort of speed, absolutely. Actually, in the workouts, I'm working on my legs. Some of my vertical has come back. You know, I can't get rim like I used to be able to, which is fine. I understand that. But I would say my number one thing is my recovery. If I would play a basketball game and sit for 10 minutes, I probably wouldn't be able to play another game 2 years ago.
Right.
But if I play a whole game now, I don't necessarily need that 10 minutes, and I can still keep playing. And I appreciate that CrossFit's given me that ability to recuperate quicker and recover enough to continue to play. As long as I don't totally cool down, I don't have to warm back up.
Yep.
I would say that is a full attest to what CrossFit's given
Awesome.
my body.
Very cool. So how has your life changed, do you think?
Well, my routine is a big, big difference. I look forward to what CrossFit's going to bring every day. I take off my day of my shift, my work. I don't come for that 24-hour process. I think the city and the town and the people around deserve me to be fresh, so I don't work out before I go to work. But when I'm getting out of work, I look forward to the workout, knowing what's coming that morning, and then, you know, I take care of my body better. I eat healthier, knowing that a hard enough workout is coming, that I need to have my best foot forward as far as nutrition and hydration and sleep. You know, I'm not up till 2, 3 in the morning anymore watching movies or TV or going out as much. So I would say my dedication to my body, my system, my approach to my workouts has been the biggest difference. Not just crawling out of bed saying, oh, maybe I'll go to the gym today.
Yeah.
I come to the 9:30 class routinely, pretty religiously, unless, you know, I'm away, obviously, or something have to do with work or family. That would be my biggest difference, is my dedication to me and the system of CrossFit and where we're going as a CrossFit community here.
Yeah, cool. Did you expect exercise to be transformational on more than just a physical level?
Well, I expect.
It sounds like you've kind of like changed a lot of stuff in your life beyond just exercise.
I expected to see change because it was something new. I didn't know what those changes would be, so I couldn't predict how much I would have liked it here, or the certain things, and I would have seen improvements, whether quickly or having to really dedicate my time to it. But I would say, yeah, I expected a good amount, but it's been great. I can't say that I'm upset about any of it.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it has been great. But you earn it. You earn the great. You put in what you're going to get.
Yep. Cool. What do you think is the one thing that surprised you the most about your experience training here?
The people. I wasn't as open-minded to what the people would be like. I figured it to be more of a gym atmosphere where, hey buddy, how are you? You're just seeing somebody in passing. We go to the gym around the same time. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. When you come to a class and you come with a routine and the same amount of people, you know, for the most part, those people are supportive every day of what you're doing as you are them, and that was the biggest surprise for me. And the amount of women. I was blown away with how many women work out here compared to men. It's a very, very vast majority of women, and they produce. There's some women here that really put out some good effort, some good numbers and times, and pregnant. there's some women here that are pregnant that are out working a lot of regular Joes that they just shocked the world how they're doing.
Getting a personal best on their back squat on their due date.
Monica Valetti.
Oh my
Shout
God.
out to you, honey. That was great.
That's amazing. What do you think your goals? Have your goals changed since you started? Do you have new goals?
Absolutely. There's been some things that have been obviously introduced that you expect coming here, and you look at that. Oh, I'll never do that. I'll never get there. And you making your transformation as a person, as an athlete, dedicating yourself. Then you see, hey, am I going to be able to do a muscle up one day? I hope so. That's a goal. So realistically, as soon as that one comes, I want 5 in a row. You know, I want to be able to really add them into my wads and bring that to the table. 100 double unders in a row. I think that's there. That's attainable. Whether your routine is a part of it or how dedicated you're going to be to getting that. 10 rope climbs in 2 minutes. Let's see what you got. I couldn't climb a rope when I got here. Learn the technique, learn the form, get 3 in a row, get 5 in a row. Then you're gassed. We'll see what you get. So those things are all attainable goals. It's just where you're going to put in that effort, where you're going to get the time to do that, and go for it.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. So what are your future plans? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Athletically?
Well, hopefully I'm routinely staying in the same amount of shape. I hope I'm not 225. I'm about 185, 190 now. I don't want to become unhealthy. I look forward to the process of becoming a level 1 instructor. Hopefully we're still in business and going through that and working hard. 5 years from now, I'll be 36. 5 years from now, hopefully I'm heavy into coaching, heavy into the process of what we are as a community, continue to grow, and dead set on being a part of that. As far as personally, hopefully these watts get easier, but still pushing yourself. So we're making things a little more difficult. CrossFit's come a long way in the last 5 years. I don't think 5 years ago people knew where we were going to be now as a sport. So I see some continued growth in the sport, popularity. The athletes are just getting bigger, better, they're stronger, they're faster. The military guys coming out, they're going to become some horses. I see a lot of football players, big-time college athletes that maybe have an injury that set them back, that can't become a professional, can't earn money. I see that transformation from athlete in a major sport to a CrossFit athlete coming. The wrestlers, MMA fighters, those guys that can't necessarily take the head injuries or whatever, they're going to come to our sport and really dominate. So those are a few things. Well,
one of the cool developments we're seeing now is they've got first responders competing against each other. Instead of having them mixed in with the general population, they actually have a division for first responders, police officers, firefighters, you name it, which I think is really cool because these are tactical athletes.
Tactical to a sense.
Tactical athletes, and it's really kind of cool to have a playing field for them to compete on, aside from just the general population. Kind of see what you guys got. It's pretty cool. Can you tell me something about your family?
Well,
just got married.
Just got married in October 8th. My lovely wife, she's a big part of obviously my life outside of CrossFit, but here as well. She's very active. She's a great athlete. She proves some people wrong in a lot of ways. She's not the biggest, she's not the strongest, she's not the fastest, but she works harder than anybody I know. She's dedicated to her goals, to her body, and she's a freak athlete. Even though she's 5'3", 130, 140 pounds, she's a great athlete.
I know personally for me, it's a good day when I can beat her on a workout.
That makes two of us. That makes two of us. We like that. But she's dealing with her work schedule and her work life, and she's putting up with me. And her diet is her diet. She doesn't drink as much water as she could. I'd be interested to see if we could sit her down for maybe 3 to 5 weeks and really concentrate and hone her in, and be supportive, and maybe pinpoint maybe where her faults are, as we all have our own, and see really what kind of production she could do. She's
awesome.
She's a special athlete, special girl. It's good stuff. We enjoy having her around. She's a good motivator.
Oh yeah, she's incredible. Do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do when you're not fighting fires and crushing workouts?
Crushing workouts. I'm a like I said before, baseball coach. I enjoy the game of baseball a lot. Played, at all different levels. But I've coached at a lot of levels. I enjoy coaching. I got my varsity baseball team here at Oneonta High School, coached by head coach Joe Hughes, Mike Jester, Mike Schmidt. Those guys were the coaches when I was there. I enjoy getting my time with them, with our kids. Been there, I think, my sixth or seventh year at the level. I enjoy that. I love golfing. I golf all fall, all summer, all spring. Try to get as many good days as we can around here. Take advantage of the sunshine upstate New York. But those are probably my two biggest things I do outside of CrossFit and work and family.
So you're telling me the other day you noticed a difference with your golf game since starting CrossFit.
Absolutely.
What happened?
It's a lot of distance, a lot of core strength, a lot of legs. Working on form and technique is a lot. There's some pro guys that are 5'10", 140 pounds hitting the ball 300 yards plus, 350 plus. It's a lot of form and technique, but you still need club head speed. You still need recovery. You can't just show up, hit the ball once. You got to take 75, 80, sometimes 90 something swings, but you have to be able to recover from that. If you can get those swings in, get the distance, CrossFit helps out a lot. A lot. There's definitely some power that comes from within, but your workouts have helped me out.
So how much has the distance improved for you?
I would say, on a 150-yard club, if you put another 25, 35, 45 yards on a 150-yard club, those are huge distance because your game was in reach from a further distance than before. You're not hitting an 8-iron, you're hitting a pitching wedge, so you're able to club down more to still get that same distance. So depending on the club, you're averaging between 15 to 80 yards, depending on what club you're using. So
of an improvement for you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. A lot of fun.
That's
of
cool.
fun to do that, to grow and to get that, to see that result within 1 year across.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Well done. And then last question, what's your favorite food? No judgment.
No judge. Favorite food, chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings. I'll say
spicy?
I like spicy, but with a lot of flavor. I like a mixture of stuff. So if you can give me a hot garlic or the garbage wings here at the Depot are great. The Copper Fox makes a good conglomerate of sauces. Some homemade stuff is always good. You never know what you're going to get. But I like the mixtures. I'm not just a dead set hot guy or a barbecue guy. I try to maybe a dozen a month, 3 dozen. I used to eat them all the time, 2-3 dozen a week. And that just wasn't great. But awesome. I stick to beef. I'll stick to beef, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good, man. Well, thanks for coming in.
Anytime, buddy. Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time.
All right, man.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, cool. Well, stay tuned. We'll have more interviews with our athletes as we keep going and keep growing. But I really appreciate Josh coming in, crushing the workout, and then sticking around to do a little testimonial here. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks, Josh.
Have a good day, guys.
Be safe out there.
Always.
And off. I'm going to just hit it. Well done.
Thanks, buddy.